and welcome back to the Otaku World Order. Um, Today, joining us is going to be Steven,
What's up, guys?
Garrett,
How's it going?
Jacob,
What up?
and Kaneki.
Hello, just playing more Common
Today,
X.
we're discussing a very somewhat recent thing in gaming, and it's become kind of like the most outcry thing, which is microtransactions in video games. I guess I can give a little bit of not backstory, so I don't really know how that started, but microtransactions pretty much started around the PS3 era, obviously, and then also free-to-play games have it too. It's basically like either skins, a weapon, or visuals of some sort that you can get for about like under $1 most of the time. There have been some companies that do it really well, and there have been some companies that just annoy the shit out of you. EA is probably one of the biggest victims of having really bad microtransactions. Some free-to-play games have basically pay to win, which means, yeah, it's free, but if you want to be good at the game or even be able to level up or stuff, you have to pay for it. Some games will actually be paid, and they'll go to free-to-play, and then they'll make you buy a bunch of stuff to be good at the game. One game I could say is Star Wars The Old Republic, which...
I was about to say that.
When it was subscription based, all the people got like experience boosts and stuff like that. Now they made it so if it's free to play, you get the base character and everything else everybody else gets. But if you're still subscription, you get like XP boosts, skins, extra better weapons, new stuff, and all this extra stuff. So they're pretty much gonna massacre you if you fight them ever. So I mean, yeah. So anybody else want to talk about some microtransaction stuff that they've experienced?
I guess another example is Star Trek Online. It used to be subscription based, but now it's free to play, and if you buy a subscription, you get a whole bunch of cool gear. But the one thing that I dislike about it is that is how much you have to get of the currency just to get the stuff that you want, and it's ridiculously priced. And there's this. And I'm to the point where I'm like, would be nice to have that beautiful brand new ship. However, I'm not going to waste my hard-earned money on it when it's going to take me forever to get it to where I want it.
Right. I guess the most recent thing that happened, Kaneki knows, and Steven too, because they both had the game. Mortal Kombat 10 added easy fatalities that I think you can buy for 20 cents for one of them, and you can 5 of them per pack at 5-pack for $1, and people were not happy at all with their stupid. First of all, I mean, of course not. I mean, who wants easy fatalities in the first place? I mean, it kind of defeats the purpose of a fatality, you know. I mean, back in the original World Cup, you had to memorize the exact button combination to do a fatality, so it's kind of cool.
No, sorry to interrupt you. Now, here's the funny part: they overreact to that shit.
Who did, the fans or?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think there was a little bit of overreaction because it's not making them better at the game. It's just here's some stuff you don't want to memorize, the combinations, I guess, you know.
No, I just
Everybody
have a quick question about
overreacts
this.
to everything.
The combination's not that hard, though.
Thanks, guys. For the easy fatalities,
Yeah.
Now can you use those online, or is that strictly for story mode?
You can use it online.
Yep. No, I don't like it.
Why?
Just because, if you're playing it online, I think it should just be how it used to be, where you had to memorize all of the combinations, the combos and everything. I don't think that you should be able to, you know what I mean? It's an easy fatality. You shouldn't be able to use those online when you're facing other players. That seems to me more of I'm stuck on this boss, or not this boss, I'm sorry. I'm stuck on this, harder player who maybe spams a lot rain, you know, and you can't beat him for some reason, or you've tried it 30 times, then you should be able to use an easy fatality, but not online. That's just kind of cheap.
See, you know what a fatality is, right?
Yeah.
Well, it's not cheap because you have to beat the person first to be able to use a fatality in the first place.
So then what's the problem with it?
Because people think that you should have to learn the combos to use the thing.
Oh, wait, I was thinking something completely different.
You don't learn it. It's not like when you buy it, they just take out the option. It's still there.
Okay, never mind. I don't really have a problem with it then.
Okay. I think you're thinking or specials.
Yeah,
But,
I was thinking specials.
Okay. Well, I
David,
think
eat a Snickers.
I really should. My blood sugar's probably like hella low.
I think the main reason that people are mad about it is just because people think it's like taking away from like the original game, what it used to be, and now they're doing it for more money. They're doing it for money purpose, not for like video game GP purposes.
Mm-hmm.
So I feel like, I mean, I don't really have a problem with it. When I get the game, I'm not going to buy them. But again, I don't have a problem if people want to use them online. I mean, it's cool if you want to use it. I mean, go ahead. I mean, if you beat me fair and square, then whatever. I mean, good for you. And you use your easy fatality, it's cool. But I like memorizing them just to say I could do it, you know?
Mm-hmm.
Also, you could answer this. If you buy an easy fatality, does it unlock that fatality for you? Like, if you have it locked and you buy an easy fatality, does it unlock it?
I don't know, because I never bought an easy fatality before, and I never will.
Yeah,
because it's not hard to actually perform fatality in this game.
Yeah, I know. It's like 4 buttons. Another thing that
5, because you gotta press either the triangle, square, X, or circle. Sorry to interrupt you.
One other I guess you consider a microtransaction, but it's more of like a DLC. I don't know what you would call it, but you guys remember the crypt from all the Mortal Kombat games, right?
I love that.
Yeah.
It's so cool.
Well, they add thing you could pay $20 and unlock every single thing in the crypt.
Oh, really?
That is not a thing.
Yeah.
I don't
What?
like that.
That's a little stupid.
Yeah, people were not happy about that because this crypt is really well done. I don't know why that is, but this crypt is not why they made the crypt well, but why they added the DLC. The crypt is really well done. It's adventurous. It's really big. There's like puzzles you have to do.
Spiders will pop out and scare you half to death at 3 in the morning.
It's a really cool crypt. But then they added this. Hey, you don't want to explore an awesome crypt? Here, pay us $20 and you can have everything for free. I'm like, that kind of defeats the purpose of the whole game. Like, it's fun unlocking shit. That's like the funnest part of video games sometimes, unlocking random shit. I mean, I guess again, it's not hurting anybody. It's not giving anybody an unfair advantage. But it's like, I mean, what's the point? I mean,
Yeah, you're kind of removing like a huge part of the game for $20.
Yeah.
Which is
I
1/3
don't
of the
really-
price, but you know, come on.
Like I said, like it is optional. I said as long as it's optional, it's fine. It's not giving anybody unfair advantages. It's not giving them something special. It's just giving them everything in the crypt. That's all it's doing.
I mean, yeah, I don't have a problem with it. I'm just saying that's kind of. I'm gonna
See?
think about you differently if I hear that you just paid $20 to not go into the crypt.
A lot of sports, not sports games, but a lot of like, like games with like fighters and stuff.
Right.
It's games like that where they actually add in that too. I guess WWE does it too. I had 14, and if you wanted all the belts and all the characters, you could pay like $14 and you unlock everything for free.
Oh yeah, I do that sometimes, but I didn't do it on 2K15 because it's the easiest game of WWE they ever did. I'm not even kidding. The legend mode in that game is fucking terrible.
I just
Garbage.
if you're gonna do shit like that, like unlock everything, you shouldn't be allowed to play online or something. 'Cause I feel like that's kind of like cheap. If you're not gonna play the game to unlock everything, then what's even the point?
My advice, if people wants to play WWE 2K15 and unlock everything, do not buy the accessory. That game is too fucking easy, and I'm disappointed.
I just don't get the whole. I mean, I don't agree with the whole I don't mind microtransactions as long as it's something not important.
Mhm.
But like unlocking like beating a whole entire crypt or beating pretty much a whole entire story mode just by like pressing 2 buttons and giving the company money kind of feels like money grabbing to me. Like they take advantage of like shit and they just do it because they know they can get away with it.
Right.
Because they are expecting people to be lazy SOBs and do whatever it takes just to get what they want in order to feel happy and be lazy.
Hey, at least they're not doing like the Street Fighter Cross Tekken where they like took off half the roster and then you gotta pay them DLC
Yeah,
content.
that's ridiculous.
Oh.
That was bullshit.
That is straight bullshit. I don't agree with Capcom's
As
bullshit.
they were already in the disc, why we gotta pay for them? That makes no
I think
sense.
Exactly.
the only thing that microtransactions should be used for would be for like cosmetic type deals.
Yeah.
I think different skins and stuff that's acceptable for microtransaction. I don't think anything that can help you get further in the game easier. I don't think that any of those should be used in should be microtransactionable.
Well, since the Battlefront is made by EA and they are known to have microtransactions, which I don't get, everybody has like a big fit out microtransactions for EA. Like they don't give you anything special; it's just like skin and shit.
Yeah.
But anyways, Star Wars Battlefront is coming out, and I'm guessing there's going to be microtransactions, and I feel it's going to be iffy because it's Star Wars, and Star Wars fans can either be really crazy, especially when it comes to the first
they're
3 movies.
nuts.
I feel like
I'm expecting the entire Star Wars community to go ape shit over the new game and also the new movie that is coming out.
see, what I think is going to happen is they're going to do like microtransactions. They're going to have like you can buy like the original Stormtrooper outfit and shit like that.
Mhm.
And well, not the original, because like the new one. Sorry, the new one.
Right.
The original it takes 4 through 6. But if you want to buy like the new Stormtrooper armor from the movie, give us like 99 cents and we'll give you the armor. If you want like this blaster rifle from this episode or this person's blaster rifle, give us 99 cents and you can have that blaster rifle. Or
Right.
if you want like a lightsaber hilt for like Luke, you want like Luke have Darth Vader's lightsaber hilt, give us 99 cents and you can have that. I don't know.
I don't think they've changed the armor of the Stormtroopers
They have.
that much.
Well, I mean, let's not get off on a tangent here, guys, because we could easily discuss, all the kind of Star
Yeah.
Wars stuff. So stick to the microtransaction.
Right. I guess also in the same vein, what do you guys think about the newest, like not new, but like the whole DLC thing that's going on, where almost every game now has DLC, and no matter what a game, like pretty much, I haven't seen a game in a while that does not have DLC.
Yeah,
So
well, I
what do you
just
guys
want
feel
to say
about?
something real fast about the microtransactions.
Mhm.
How you were talking about, like, how EA is making the new Star Wars Battlefront game, which I think we've all
Right.
waited like 10 years for. Just-
Yes.
Yes.
But, I think what I'm going to be disappointed in is if they pull, like, a Battlefield, where you can go on Battlefield
God.
and you can buy, like, the entire loadout, like, engineer loadouts or whatever.
Oh,
You know what I mean? Where you
they're
can,
gonna
I'm sorry, what?
they're gonna keep that.
They're gonna keep it where you can completely unlock an entire loadout with like $20.
It's been in like 2. It's been in 2 and or 3, and it was in
Yeah,
4.
no, see, I don't like that at all. That should
If
not
they
be
do-
in there.
I want them to do it like Battlefield Hardline.
Like, are they gonna? I hope they have a way to like unlock them without paying it for $20 or something like that.
Well, yeah, they always
Well,
do,
I-
but I'm just saying you can go on there day one with your credit card, and you can unlock
Yeah.
everything in the game, but you're gonna be paying
Mhm.
an extra like $100.
No, it's $4.99, I believe. It's really cheap to unlock Polar Dark class. But
Okay, David, I guess you are right.
sorry. I think what they should do is do it like Battlefield Hardline, where you can buy like the guns individually. You know what I'm saying? Like how you have to use in-game money to do it,
Yeah.
and then
Oh yeah, they should do something like that.
yeah. And I think what they're going to do for microtransactions, you can buy in-game money with your own money.
Okay.
Yes.
That I won't be too bad. I mean, you want like a gun that's like $100,000, and in game like 100,000 credits. You pay like $10, you get 100,000 credits. You buy the gun, boom, you have the gun.
Yeah,
I
I
feel
don't have
it's
a
a good
problem
one.
with that if it's like harder to get the credits. You know what I mean? Like
Right.
if you play like a match and you only get like 1,000 credits,
Yeah,
I don't have a problem with it then. Like that's understandable. Like I would be tempted to do that as well, just because I don't want to have to sit there, and just grind until I have enough points for that.
what gun you actually just want to use once, or
Right.
they use for the rest of the. I feel like
Just-
unlocking a whole class, all its equipment, all its like vehicle upgrades and all that stuff is a little kind of cheap to me, because pretty much they can just equip the best loadout on the whole entire game and just dominate.
Hmm.
As long as they're decent at the game, I mean. But I guess next we could talk about DLC. Do you guys like DLC for games like Bloodborne, the games like Mortal Kombat and stuff like that, like character DLC, story DLC, and stuff like that, or do you guys wish it'd go away?
I don't really have
Steven,
a
you can go first.
Thank you. I don't have a real problem with DLC as
Hmm.
long as it isn't kind of like needed for the story.
Right.
Like it's cool like to have like I kind of I'm not really sure if I like it, but I'll use Assassin's Creed for
I
this
don't.
example. How on Assassin's Creed, well, it used to be at least, you would have like you'd buy your DLC for like $15 or whatever, and you'd get like a
Right.
couple missions. You would unlock some new armor and weapons, and you didn't have to buy it. You know what I mean? Completely optional. Doesn't ruin the story. It doesn't add really too much to anything to the story. No
Uh-huh.
big deal. But then there's games like like Call of Duty, where they add on your 5 maps, your new gun, and
Okay, I
bunch
hate those
and,
kind of
skins, where if you don't
Yeah.
have those maps, that instantly reduces the amount of game modes you can play.
Yup.
Sometimes you'll get kicked from matches if you don't have those maps.
Yup.
Then you have to deal
Oh
with
shit.
like all the 12-year-olds running around with the new overpowered weapon. It's always overpowered. It's never like average. And then you
Yay,
it may come with like a
me!
zombie map or whatever, and depending on the Call of Duty game.
Mhm.
Then you can't play Call of Duty Zombies. Like sometimes I would buy those DLC just
Black
for
Ops 3.
zombies. You know what I mean?
I
That's
also think-
way too much for one DLC.
Yeah, true. I don't like Call of Duty DLC because I don't think you should have to pay for maps. I don't like paying for
Exactly.
maps.
It's like an unfinished game that you're paying for.
Yeah.
I think
Every
EA does-
year, it's an unfinished Call of Duty game. Have you realized that?
Well, I know
I think-
it is. It's
for Battlefield, because when you buy Battlefield, you get a new game mode, and then you get maps for that game mode, and then you get weapons for that game mode, or like extra equipment or something. You don't get maps just to have fucking maps. You get maps that are like designed to play that game mode on. Like I think it was they had like Gun Master or something like that. It's pretty much gun game, and they made maps that work really well for that game, and everybody plays on those maps with that game. I think that's a better idea than like just having random 5 fucking maps for no reason. Because they're gonna buy it, let's make maps. And it's fucking stupid. I get tired of maps. And most of the maps don't even matter. Like half the maps feel exactly the same to me in Call of Duty. Like
half of them are just reskins of old maps anyway.
yeah, that do that a lot. Like me and Garrett playing fucking Black Ops. Like 5 of the maps feel exactly the fucking same. Like
Exactly.
I'm like, is this a different map or what? I just don't agree with like map packs and stuff. I think games like the Dark Souls series they do all right with their DLC. You know,
Mhm.
they just give you like more story missions.
Right.
Fighting games aren't too bad. They give you new characters and sometimes maybe a new arena or like
usually.
new skins for your character. That's fine. I mean, because a lot of times they're tacked on after the game is made. Like they go, what if we had this character? Or
No, I think
fans want.
I think
Jason.
That's cool, right there. Where
Yeah.
you can. It's just added characters and extra skins and stuff like that. Like that's cool. So if
Right.
if you like that character, you can pay for that character. If you don't want him, you don't have to. No big deal.
Exactly.
Oh, that's kind of how I feel the same way with DLCs. I know one of my most favorite games and beloved games is the Mass Effect series, and with Mass Effect 3, the DLCs there is one in particular that is kind of important. You don't really need it. It's the extended cut one. You don't really need it, but it kind of explains what happens after Femshep or Mel Shepard decides on doing.
Right.
But for the most part, you don't need any of the other DLCs. Are they cool to have? Yeah, and I mean, I can vouch that I have pretty much all the DLCs for Mass Effect 3.
Mhm.
But I don't mind if they're not required. I mean, if they're just for shits and giggles, yay, shits and giggles. I have awesome DLCs. If not,
Right. I do think games like I'm trying to think of games that I played. RPGs normally have like story DLC, and that's fine. As long as it's not like, oh hey, let's end the game on a cliffhanger. You want to hear the ending? Buy our DLC. That's kind of bullshit in my opinion. Maybe games that
Destiny.
yes, like Destiny, they give you a half-finished game, and they go, hey, want to play more? Spend $25. There you go.
No. Here's another thing. Their story, the story is awesome. The way they represented it sucks monkey balls.
Yeah, I didn't.
well,
I'm
another
not
thing that they
even
could
kidding.
have done is because I've also played Destiny, and
I read the story for it. Sorry to interrupt you. I read the Destiny story. It's amazing, but if you think about it, when they represented it, it's like you don't want to play that game ever again.
Yeah, it was
Well,
definitely a
they-
misrepresented game, I think.
Exactly.
Well, they did like, hey, you want to have the rest of the story? Go online and read all these like journal entries and shit. Like,
Yeah.
I don't want to go through all that. Just tell me. Just have some cutscenes. Do some shit. Like, come on. This game had like a $200 million budget. Give me shit. All right, come on.
well, Destiny, you have to have like this light armor or armor of light, whatever the fuck it's called, to even continue leveling up. And I'm like, level 20 at that point. I'm like, well, I'm already level 20. I've played the game all the way through. Yeah, fuck it.
I really do hope that DLC's kind of calm down in the future. Like, not every single game that comes out has DLC. Like, I don't want to play like freaking like some like old game and go, hey, want to like reboot a game? Hey, guess what? We're gonna have DLC now. It's like, what? Really? Like, here's Crash, have DLC where you can play as more characters or some bullshit. Like, I don't want that.
Yeah, I
Like,
highly doubt it.
I know that we're not gonna be Crash ever, but like one Oblivion, they had fucking horse armor as a fucking DLC. Okay, like it didn't do anything. It was just armor, and you paid like $2 for one set of armor, and it was stupid as fuck. Like, I don't understand how people would design DLC. And then you have, remember Zora's Wrath that came out, and they ended it. They didn't even finish the story. They just ended it, and like, here's the DLC. If you
Oh yeah, that's bullshit right there.
I'm like, really? Are you kidding me?
That's what they did to Destiny, basically. You have to buy a DLC to continue the Destiny story. I'm like,
Well, at least, what's it called? At least Destiny like ended. Their game was ended in like the middle of the story. Like shit was still happening, and they decided to have DLC. I was like, really? Like seriously? Fucking hate it. I guess the last subject we could talk on is what do you think about free to play DLC stuff, like having to buy stuff to like level up or buying stuff to get like characters or something like that.
Can you have like an example of maybe like a game that shows this, just to kind of clarify?
Yeah.
I'm trying to think of some free to play games that are really pay to win. I guess Star Wars: Your Republic. You can buy like what are they called? Like crystals in your lightsabers that really upgrade them, really make them really powerful. You can buy different, like if you use guns, you can buy better guns. You can buy like games where you can just buy stuff to make your shit better. Like
Okay.
pay to win free to play games. Where if you want to invest money, you just give them a bunch of money and you can have all the best stuff in the game and just kill anybody and win all the time.
Oh, that's not cool.
Yeah, no, that's not cool. I mean, Star Wars, I don't put any money into it because I really don't have money. But besides that, the only reason why I'm playing it is because I have some friends who went from Star Trek Online since Perfect World has gotten their hands on it and decided to fuck it over like a bitch.
Yeah.
So I've started playing a little bit of Star Wars Online, Star Wars: Old Republic every once in a while, and I'm not going to put in the money to just get stuff just to make me more powerful. I mean, with Star Trek Online, yeah, I bought a freaking big ass ship that's really strong, and then I made it stronger and better. But that's because I was at that point where I was max level, and I had, because with my lifetime subscription, I get 500 of in-game currency per month for free.
All right.
And I bought that, and even now, I'm not even strong enough to go up against some other people who have better shit than I do. I don't particularly care for those games that you have to pay to win, even though it's a free-to-play. Free-to-play means you don't have to pay shit in order to be good. You have to use your skills, your knowledge, and your own style of play, or play style, however the fuck that's supposed to go, and win the game, not pay to win it.
Yeah. I don't know if you guys even play free to play games. Steven, you guys play any free to play games?
Not really.
Okay.
I do.
I mean, there's some on like PC here that I guess I got for like, for podcast purposes, like Hawken and just some other random ones. That I think I don't know, say if I was like really trying to play the game and not just use it for like recording purposes, I might be tempted to get something if it was like cheap, like under $5 cheap. Like it was like, oh, pay like $3.99 unlock. I don't, you know what I mean? Like I don't know, like characters and weapons and a few skins or something. You know what I mean? I don't really like it in games when it's like, oh, here you start off as level 1. If you pay $35, we'll boost you to level 99, give you this awesome armor, and you can just go around and slaughter everybody. Like, that's not cool. That kind of, then sets everybody back that actually has been, like, playing the game and trying to enjoy it. So that's not cool.
Right. Any other final opinions?
If you are one of these people that just buys a game and then pays $50 or more just to, be the top level and mess with everybody,
Yeah.
then I don't like you.
I don't.
You a pussy.
Alright, so that will be it for our opinions on microtransactions and DLC. Other than that, we'll see you guys next time.
Yep. See you next time.